What's up, guys? I'm going to be doing a little video on how I'm going to be setting up my manual boost controller. So it's a Turbo Smart whatever manual boost controller I picked up. I just mounted it up in there. This is the back of the car, obviously, but it has a an Allen locking key right there, so you can, once you set it, you can lock it down, and people can't just run up and turn your boost up all of a sudden and blow your shit up. So there's my tile wastegates. I got a hose on each one, and I'm running them down through there and up through this hole, this factory hole. That's where the evap canister harness shit comes through. These hoses are the same length. One's just longer because the wastegate's mounted further to the side, but you know, they're supposed to be equal lengths, so the pressure's the same, because these are going to go to a T and then go back to the boost controller. So I got this 1/8 inch hose barb that's going to screw into one side of into that bung there on the compressor housing, on just one side, not on the other side. I'm going to just plug that side off. By the way, I use this Loctite 545 for sealing, you know, pipe thread stuff. It just I use it at work all the time, and I think it's better than Teflon tape because you don't have to worry about it, you know, coming loose and getting in somewhere you don't want it, like on these oil you know, I put it right here on these oil fittings. Should work fine. It's rated for oil and gas and all that other stuff. So also, I like using these spring type clamps for vacuum hose and stuff. Like, I got them on the wastegates there. You know, when a hose gets hot and stuff all the time, it's going to deform and might get smaller. So with the hose clamp, you know, if the hose shrinks, then the hose clamp might not be tight anymore. But these leave a constant pressure on the hose all the time, and it's, you know, it's not going to come off. You know, if this gets a little bit smaller, it's still going to be holding on to it. So, and I think they look nice too. So I got that fitting in there, and the hose hooked up on the compressor housing for the reference. And I drilled 2 little pilot holes here. I'm going to bring these vacuum hoses right through the aluminum bulkhead there. You know, if you drill a hole the right size, the exact same diameter of the hose, it's not going to chafe. You know, it's gonna be secure, and it's not gonna, you know, if the hole's too big, then the wire's going to be constantly moving around and it'll wear a hole in it. So I got my holes drilled and the hoses through. They're nice and secure. I just put some of these little holders down to zip tie my tubing to. It's I use this weld mount stuff from work. Thanks, work. It's just like a glue. You use this little thing, and you know, you can put these. You know, if you needed to mount something right here, you can right there. But it's super strong stuff. All right, I got all my hoses ran and secured. Got my zip ties on there. Don't tighten these too tight. You don't want to pinch the hose, obviously, but. So this is side as your reference from the turbo. Goes to the boost controller, comes back out on this side, goes up into the T, and then these go to the wastegates. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little OCD about stuff being symmetrical. I don't know, I like 2 of everything. I don't know, I got a problem. 2. Look at the hot rod. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. By the way, a lot of people are asking about these intakes for the turbos and think they go right to the turbos, but obviously they don't. They go to these filters. But I got a NACA duct in this. I made this plexiglass or Lexan back glass here. It was a pain in the ass, but so I got a NACA duct, and it blows cold air down through the tubes into there, and then there's just holes in front of the filter, so it's just blowing cold air directly onto the filters. So it's not, you know, if it rains or something, like if it was a torrential downpour, yeah, that might be a problem, but I'm gonna drive this car every once in a while on the weekend, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about the referencing right off the turbo on a rear mount setup. I did a lot of research, and I had numerous people talking about how they referenced off the compressor off the back and not off the manifold, and it worked fine. So I don't know, we'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, I can just run a line up to the manifold, not a problem. So anyways, she's coming along, waiting on my fuel system still. But subscribe for me. Peace.